Isn't Mark Wahlberg like super short?
Yeah, he's only like 5'10" or something.
Oh, so he's not like super. But like Tom Cruise is like actually super short.
I think he's only like 5'6" something. Yeah, it's like weirdly short.
Yeah, he's like very, very short.
He's also a fucking crazy person. Tom Cruise.
If you're famous for like long enough, I think that might just turn you crazy.
That's true. I'll give you that.
I mean,
yeah,
look,
he's like
I'm
crazy in like a fucking wild way.
Yeah, he's like a fucking Scientologist and shit.
Yeah, if you're a Scientologist, go fuck yourself. Sorry.
Yeah, you might be crazy.
I can be very open-minded to a lot of things. Hate to break it to you, that isn't fucking one of them.
Well, also, like, just think of other crazy famous people. Like, I'm sure Mel Gibson was relatively normal at one point in time. And then just, like, after, like, 30 years of being famous.
You gotta scream at your wife or his girlfriend because she doesn't suck his dick in the hot tub enough.
Yeah, like, he just went off of the deep end.
You remember that voice?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. It's just fucking, like, just, dude, you're fucking crazy.
It's only a matter of time. Like, if you're in the limelight for X amount of time, you're inevitably going to lose your shit.
What do you think that time frame actually is?
Well, I feel like it varies from person to person, right?
Like, is there... That's true.
Like, I'm sure some people are, like, impervious for, like 40 years, and then some people will crack, like, within, like, 5 or 10 years.
I'm sure some people don't fucking ever crack. There's also different levels.
And there's also different levels of crazy.
Yeah, like Madonna and Elton John fucking fame, or Dolly Parton. One of those people that's been famous for, like, 50 years and sells a ridiculous amount of records and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then there's, like, what's that fucking dude's name who did Vines and now he's famous and rich?
Logan Paul.
That one, yeah.
The fact that I knew that immediately when you said it is really disturbing.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Kind of hate myself a little bit.
Well, he fucking got famous as fuck from, like, a social media app, yeah.
Yeah, he's an influencer.
I mean, he did fucking something right.
Yeah, well, you just have to be, like, vaguely handsome and, like, kind of funny.
Or be having fucking crazy balls to do shit to other people.
That's also a thing. Also, I was having a conversation earlier this week with one of my friends. Who do you think is the most famous athlete of all time?
Michael Jordan.
Okay, thank you.
Did he fucking say LeBron? Actually,
No.
Michael Jordan or Tiger Woods?
They said Tiger Woods. I think it's Michael Jordan by a landslide, though.
That's a close one, I think.
Oh, I don't think it's even kind of close.
I do think it ultimately ends up being Michael Jordan. I mean, it's Michael fucking Jordan.
Yeah, when's the last time there was a movie centered around Tiger Woods?
Also, if you look at their, like, brands, people have worn Jordan everything.
Yeah, I mean, my whole point was just like fucking Space Jam, dude.
Space Jam, dude.
Well, Michael Jordan isn't crazy yet, and he's been famous for like a gazillion years.
Yeah, he's been famous for a long ass time.
Yeah, Michael Jordan's sick. The GOAT.
Like, if you ever watch anything on him, he was a fucking savage to his opponents.
He's just a competitor.
Yeah, he's like one of those super winners. Like when you would talk shit to him, that's when he would fucking go off and just.
Yeah, he would just bury you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was apparently like the biggest shit talker ever, which is so sick.
That's what I mean. Like, he was a fucking savage to his opponent.
Yeah, he was just a raw competitor. He just loved competing. Like, the only thing that I saw from that documentary series was one clip of him in the locker room with, like, some random dude who worked for the Bulls. And he bet that dude $25 that he could throw a quarter at the wall and get it closer to the wall than this guy.
He probably did it, too. That's the crazy.
No, the guy won. The other guy won. Like, how sick is that? It's like just something in life where you beat Michael Jordan in any.
Just quit and walk away.
It's just fucking rock, paper, scissors. If I beat Michael Jordan in rock, paper, scissors, I'm never not going to talk about that.
I'm just never playing rock, paper, scissors again. Be like, I beat Michael Jordan, bitch. Like, what did you do today?
Oh, question, Matt. How much time do you have?
That depends. Why?
What if we stopped the recording right now and then got Cory in?
That's fine. We can do that.
Okay, cool. What is up, you 1-1 rat creature tokens, and welcome back to another episode of the Fetch and Shock podcast. I am your host, the Tree Hugger themed pack, Tyler, and joining me, as always, is the Spellcaster themed pack, Matt. And this week we have a very special guest, the Witchcraft themed pack, Cory. Fellas, what is going on?
Hello.
What's going on?
Cory, welcome back.
Thank you, guys.
It all up.
Thank you. Yes, my spidey sense was going off. I knew you guys were recording. I put my dick back in my pants and I hit you guys up.
That's weird because I took my dick out of my.
Wait, you guys wear pants? It's COVID. I haven't worn pants in like 3 months.
You also live in your room.
I actually use my pants as a mask.
Ah.
Dude, speaking of masks, some of those fucking idiots with masks makes me want to rip my hair out and then kneecap them with a golf club.
Where did that even go? You just got so aggressive out of the blue.
That's because some people are so dumb. I can't tell you how many times I've seen masks like on people's chins, like barely covering their bottom lip.
Okay, I thought this was going a way different direction. I'm glad.
Okay, yep.
What direction did you fucking think I was?
These fucking sheep are wearing masks. It's nothing but a...
sheeple.
Oh, no.
This is nothing
Wake
but
up,
sheeple. It's the 5G causing all of the ruckus.
It's the goddamn 5G has caused COVID, caused police to go fucking berserk on our poor black folk friends.
This is nothing but the global banks. They're trying to take us all down.
First of all, if it was anything trying to take us down, it's good old Bill Gates trying to sell his cure.
Oh, that's what it is. Well, okay, so we're moving off of blaming Cory to now we're blaming
Conspiracy podcast! I'm down. Let's do it. Fuck magic.
I was listening to Alex Jones the other day.
Jeez, yeah. Jeez, I thought you were being serious. Like, Jesus Christ.
Fucking
I hate all of those people. I hope they all die.
We're just gonna critique every episode of InfoWars just today. Fucking Christ.
This is our InfoWars fan podcast.
Yeah.
God
That
damn
crazy
it.
fuck told Joe Rogan that he was going to end him. He's like, God told me to come after you. I don't know if he's actually that crazy or if he just is trying to get hits.
It's
like
fame.
clickbait.
I'm telling you. We talked about this before we started recording. How long does it take one person to be famous for them just to lose their fucking mind entirely? Because, like, Tom Cruise, he's been famous forever. Certified nut job. What was the other example we used?
I honestly don't remember.
What's up with old Tommy Boy?
Oh, he's just like a Scientologist and he's just like generically crazy.
Ah, that's too bad.
Do you not remember on the one morning show? He was like on the couch freaking out
Oh,
because he was
was
super
it
in
Ellen?
love.
I don't know why I was thinking of somebody else. Tom Jones? No, I don't know. Yeah, Tom Cruise. Tom Hanks. Yes, thank you.
Tom Hanks is still thank goodness he is still 100% okay.
It's a sigh of relief. Yeah, Tom Cruise, he's tiny and he's
Mission
crazy.
Impossible, yeah.
Yeah, like he's like 5'6" and nuts. Maybe that's just what it is. Maybe if you're famous and short,
You're fucked.
yeah, you're inevitably going crazy.
Well,
You
you're
stand no
an easy
chance.
target for Scientology.
Oh, that's our target demographic?
Yeah.
Is short
That's the
famous
worst
white guys.
demographic.
Short, famous white guys. John Nash, no!
Yeah.
Well, fellas,
Fine.
do we want to talk about magic at some point?
Probably not.
Yo, back to the Petrotalk Conspiracy Podcast. Okay.
Yeah, fine. We'll talk about Matt.
Cory, we haven't talked to you in a minute. What kind of magic shit have you been up to?
I've been up to some really cool magic shit. Because of the whole COVID thing going on, there's been no magic tournaments, so the vendors don't have that supply route for them to be able to buy cards at tournaments. So therefore, supply is going down. Demand is still, where it was, if not going up. So that means a bunch of cards went up in price. And so I was like, well, I guess I'll sell some of these cards and just buy them again once they go back down. And I put up about, 15 cards up for sale. They all sold in like 3 days, and I bought myself a new gun with the money.
Very nice.
Not bad.
Yeah. So, like I was talking to you guys before the cast, there's some reprints coming out in the old Jumpstart, which I assume we'll get to later.
Oh, most certainly.
But the notable ones, one was Craterhoof Behemoth. Sold that for a nice little penny.
Which that was like $1 gazillion.
Yeah, I actually thought that was going to come out in that little, green spellbook thing that's coming out. It's not spell.
Oh, yeah, like the Commander Anthology green.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that is a surefire hit for that, so I wanted to
Seems
sell
like it would have been, yeah.
And then I also sold an foil Exquisite Blood because there was only one fucking printing of it, and I bought that. I bought that for my second standard deck ever. It was a Rats discard standard deck, and I remember buying that, and they only had the foil, and at the time it was like, I don't know, $8 or something. And I was like, man, that's really expensive, but I guess I'll buy it.
The $8 was really breaking the bank back then.
Yeah, the whole deck was like $40, so.
And fast forward to 2020, and that one single card is worth like double what that deck cost.
Yeah. So
pretty close to it, if not, over it.
So I was able to sell a bunch of cards, which was interesting. Sold it on TCG Player. Had a couple snafus because of the United States Postal Service and all the fundings they got going on.
Gotta love that.
Yeah, but was able to smooth everything out, and now I'm just ready to build some new Commander decks.
Thank God. I'm finally somebody else on the podcast that gives a shit about Commander.
Did you guys buy any of the precons?
I made an attempt to try to find the cycling one. Did not succeed.
I honestly forgot that they had those out.
Yeah,
Commander's not my forte. I have one Commander deck that I piss around with occasionally, and it's basically just, hey, let's tone this down.
You're a one deck kind of guy.
Yeah, I've never made it more powerful. I've always scaled it back.
Yeah, because you started off really degenerate, and then everybody hated it. So you're like, okay, let's make this fun.
I don't give a shit if other people liked it, but that's just not the quote-unquote Commander way.
Gotcha.
So I pull it back. I bought them before, and they just end up sitting there. Unless there's something really that would kind of break Vintage or really be fun to play in Vintage, I don't see myself buying them moving forward.
Cory, did you get a hold of any of them?
I did. I went to my local little baseball card shop, and they were only selling them as a 5-pack because they recently, they would sell the popular decks, and then the shitty decks would be left behind. So they were just selling them all 5.
It's a baller move.
Yeah, I like to support that store. I used to actually buy baseball cards there when I was a kid. So I went ahead and just bought all 5. And now I just got them sitting, waiting for me to tear into.
Hell yeah.
Any notable things out of those?
I'm not sure. Because what we usually do in our play group, like we'll buy the precons, and then one person will call dibs on one of the decks. And then in order not to play like the same deck, we all pick a different one. So I was leaning towards the cycling one since nobody picked it. But I just have a feeling that's going to go up in price. So might as well just hang on to it and not open it.
That might be worth more sealed than anything else.
Yeah, a lot of the Commander decks are worth a whole lot more sealed, which is silly.
Yeah,
than trying to piece it 100%. Out.
Right. So I'm just kind of building some other random decks. I gave myself a little deck building challenge since I was bored during the COVID. I was going to build a Commander deck, but only with cards that I currently own.
Oh, yeah, I saw you post about that on Twitter. That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
That's like the heart of how it should be.
Exactly. It was like really in the spirit of Commander. And so I've never built a Simic deck in the history of Commander, so I thought I would go ahead and build what's the Tatiova?
Yeah, the Mythic Druid.
Arguably the 2 best colors.
Right. So luckily I had stocked up on some Commander staple like Acidic Slime and Soul Ring and all that stuff. So so it's coming together pretty nice.
That is such a cool idea. I don't even know what I would do if I set out to build a deck like that.
It's such a deck building restriction that, I've tried to set restrictions for myself in the past. But this one was like, oh shit, now I'm really limited. It's almost like building a deck out of a cube or something,
Oh yeah, that is so cool.
I honestly don't think I would have a very big problem. I have just so much shit
that you could just throw something together just out of garbage that you have laying around. During this whole quarantine thing, I just looked up 11 Commander decks on Magic Online.
How many of those were that wood nickel?
All but 1 have been from the wood nickel form.
Now remind me one more time. The wooded nickel is no cards can be above a nickel?
Yes, so wood nickel is a format that me and my friends play on Magic Online, which anybody can play. Cory, you should play wood nickel.
I know I always think about it, and I'm like, I'll get around to building it, and then I never do. So this is me putting it out there that here I come.
Yeah, this is your formal invitation into the wood nickel gang. Yeah, wood nickel is every card in the deck has to be under 0.05 tickets on Magic Online, and you would be surprised at the power level of some of the cards that fall into that category.
Magic Online has a weird economy as opposed to paper. So yeah, things definitely you would think like, oh, that wouldn't be worth money is worth a shitload of money, and then vice versa.
Yeah,
like you get to play
doesn't
Lightning
fucking
Greaves.
make sense to me.
You get to play Lightning Greaves in Wood Nickel, where that card's like what, like $5 in paper? Like that's nuts.
Absolutely.
But also, I don't think Swiftfoot Boots is legal in Wood Nickel,
Which is the worst version of it.
Yeah, which is
The whole Magic Online thing always doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Ones
you're
and zeros.
digital Magic.
I'm anti-digital Magic when I'm paying to basically build a collection.
Well, you're paying so much less.
The vintage cube, I'll do that every fucking.
I'm telling you, man, if you would build a Wood Nickel deck, like the entire deck is like $3.
Oh yeah, I get that that's probably that and like pauper decks are more than that.
Oh, for sure. And I've like taken these decks into non-Wood Nickel games and have done just fine, which is just, it's nuts. Like people are playing like actual real Magic cards, and I'm over here playing everything is under 5 cents.
I did the same thing with 1DH, where your entire deck has to be under $1. Or no, each card has to be under $1. And yeah, I would go into just regular EDH rooms and like stand up to some other decks. It was quite exciting.
Yeah, because then you just get to play cards that people actually have to read. And that is like one of the best parts about Commander. When somebody plays something, I'm just like, wait, what
the hell does
what
this?
The fuck
what
is this? And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's a card. Just go ahead and read that one, bud. And for some reason, the card Eerie Ultimatum is somehow legal in this format.
Which card is
the
that?
one from Ikoria?
Eerie Ultimatum
bring everything
is
back.
100% my new favorite card in Commander. It's the Abzan Ultimatum. So 2 white, 3 black, 2 green. Return any number of permanent cards with different names from your graveyard to the battlefield.
From your graveyard, which is wild.
Yeah, so you just go ahead and just vomit your graveyard or your library into your graveyard, and then just put everything into where it matters on the battlefield.
I hear that's pretty good to do in Commander.
Yeah, 100% very powerful Magic the Gathering.
It's pretty good to do in any form of Magic.
And so, like, the entire deck is just, like, some white cards and some green cards, and then all black cards, and just vomit everything into your graveyard, cast Eerie Ultimatum, and then kill them with all of the black creatures entering the battlefield with Gray Merchant of Bastion.
Oh, that's good. Good old Gary.
Because all of the cards that have, like, multiple black mana symbols, turns out, are not very expensive on Magic Online, because nobody gives a fuck. So you can play, like, Pestilence Demon, Demon of Dark Schemes, Reaper of the Abyss, all of just the awful demons, Gray Merchant of Asphodel, and then if I don't win with Gary, I also am playing
demon.
I'm playing a bunch of demons, and I'm playing Liliana's Contract, which is so sick. It is 5 mana enchantment, enters the battlefield, you draw 4 cards and lose 4 life, and your upkeep, if you control 4 or more demons, you win the game.
That is spicy.
Yeah, so good. Like, what an absurd concept. And all of these cards are dirt cheap. Yeah, fuck yeah. Commander Online is so sick.
I do enjoy it. I also sold my online collection, which had went up recently as well. So I'm excited to get into the Wooden Nickel because that's just like, buck.
Yeah, if you just have like $5 laying around, you could play a very competitive deck.
Absolutely.
Which is so cool. But like at some point, do we want to talk about Jumpstart?
Actual Magic.
Commanders, I mean, what? Don't you ever try to say that Wood Nickel is an actual. That's the peak of format.
Sure. Well, I'll let you have this for today.
No, fellas, we got the complete Jumpstart spoilers this week.
Got it all.
And this quite possibly might be one of the best sets Wizards has ever released.
There are a lot of needed reprints set.
Like, I'm trying to think back. Like, there might be, like, the first Modern Masters maybe had more good reprints in it than this.
I don't even think that, dude.
Like, but it's close.
This hits multiple format reprints, not just
modern ones.
Modern ones, yeah.
Very true. Yeah, the reprints in this set are just disgusting.
Your voice got really high there.
Shit, dude. So Cory, what are some cards out of Jumpstart that particularly caught your eye?
This is going to come as no surprise, but Tiny Bones Trinket Thief.
Yes.
Is everything I've ever wanted ever. I don't know if you guys already went over him. He's a 1/2 for 1 and a black. Legendary creature, Skeleton Rogue. At the beginning of each end step, if an opponent discarded a card this way, you draw a card and lose 1 life. and then pay 4 black. Each opponent with no cards in hand loses 10 life. Oh, there's just so many applications for that little guy. Specifically, for me in the EDH, it's a perfect little finisher, if not workhorse, for my Zur discard deck.
Oh yeah.
And to be able to just, he's a small dude. I don't usually attack much in that deck anyways, so the fact that he doesn't have good attacking or defending stats doesn't really, I don't care about that. But
no, he just sits there and just tens 2 of your opponents.
Yeah,
does this dude make Legacy Pox playable again?
No, absolutely not.
That was quicker than I wish.
But that doesn't mean that you can't try. No, Cory, we did cover this card, but I'm pretty sure the first thing we said when we started talking about it was, this is the most Cory card we've ever seen ever.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm in love. I'm in love. What can I say?
Also, one of the things I saw, because with some of the new creatures that they spoiled with Jumpstart on Twitter, I believe they came out with a little blurb section, just a little bit of backstory to the character. The one for Tiny Bones is so good. It says he doesn't like stealing. He doesn't want to steal, but he has to put food on the table for his little skeleton family.
He's just a single dad trying to make ends meet, And
he's got to steal little green glowing gems in order to put some food on the table for his little skeleton kids, which is such a sick backstory for this guy, because he's never going to be a member of the fucking Gatewatch or something. But
yeah.
Not yet. Not with that attitude.
So sick that he got his own little storyline.
He's like Robin Hood, He's got to steal from the rich and give to the Golgari.
Yeah, steal from the rich, give to the dead people.
Exactly.
I fucking love me some Tiny Bones.
So when was this officially completely spoiled?
Earlier this week, I believe Tuesday was the last day.
Because this is the first time I'm looking at the complete spoilers. 1 or 2 would pop up on Twitter.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But I'm looking at, Selvala was actually up in price a lot because she only had a conspiracy printing.
Yep.
And it looks like she's getting a reprint in here.
For much needed reprint. And we've already covered the fact that these reprints are nuts. But we'll say again, like you said, Selvala was nuts in price. Craterhoof was ridiculous in price. I mean, Shieldred, that card was $35-$40, and it's just getting reprinted here.
Rise of the Dark Realms, this is the second printing of it, I think.
Yeah, I believe you're correct with that. And that card's a commander staple. They're coming out with a commander set later this year, and I will be shocked if it has more commander staples in it than Jumpstart, a not commander focused set.
Well, it might just have new.
Yeah, but it having new things doesn't change the fact that there are cards in the format that are staples.
$70 cards.
That are gazillion dollars, yeah. If anything, that's going to jump the prices of those.
As a predominantly singleton format player, commander, tiny leaders, Oathbreaker, whatever, this year has so much stuff that I'm interested in that I'm scared that I'm not going to be able to purchase everything that I want. We're talking about before the cast that the announcement for Jumpstart came out so long ago that I had forgotten about it, and now that it's finally upon us, I'm like, oh shit, I think I am actually interested in.
Yeah, I think we all kind of just wrote it off and just oh, whatever, it's going to be some goofy limited thing and they're not going to give us anything that we really give a shit about. And they were like, haha, fucking idiots. Here's $40, $20 and up cards. Have fun.
Yeah, there's some heavy hitters in this set.
And I know Tyler will agree with me that some of these basic lands are fucking dope.
Boy. Oh, God. We started talking about this last week with the ones that we had already spoiled to us. But now that we have the full list of basic lands, you're going to be hard-pressed to find better basics in Magic, full stop. These are the best basics of all time.
Are these packs going to have a foil in them at all?
That I don't think they are going to have foils. In all of these very specific pack lands, there's only going to be one of these basics,
the fancy ones,
in that themed pack. So some of these, the island that is Millstone, or the Goblin Mountain or like the Dog Plain, stuff like that, you're only going to get one of them if you're lucky enough to get that pack. These lands are going to be super sought out.
So there's that zombie one with like the little swamp in front of it. Holy shit.
Yeah, that one I believe is from the Reanimator. That is gorgeous.
Did you guys see the price of the Phyrexian swamp? What it's pre-selling for?
$25?
$25, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I mean, I don't think that's the bottom price of it. That's
No,
one of those
definitely
few
not.
things that I think the pre-sale for it is lower than I think what it's actually going to end up as, which is weird.
Yeah, especially if there's only one in the seeded pack.
And if you think about it too, that Phyrexian pack is one of the quote-unquote mythic themes. Those packs aren't going to be coming around every single booster box that you open. Like, you're not guaranteed to get one of those Phyrexian lands every time you open a booster box of Jumpstart.
Yeah.
I need to go back and look up all the sweet little details of the Jumpstart.
Oh, it's so sick, man. Well, let's go through a quick synopsis of how the packs are set up, just for Cory and also people who didn't listen last week.
Yeah, how it'll work.
Yeah, so in Jumpstart, there are 46 themes, and there are 121 different packs. The themes are broken up into mythic, rare, and common. So the common themes, there are 4 different packs. The rare themes have 2 different packs, and the mythic themes have 1 pack. So then when you
Gotcha.
open a pack, it has like this little card that kind of tells you what the theme is. And if it's a common one, it could be one of the 4 different packs, and each of the packs has a different set
Variation.
of cards and a different rare and stuff. But the mythic ones, if you open up like the Phyrexian one, you know that you're immediately opening up a Shieldred, which is pretty busted.
Yeah,
I'm
so
excited.
Damn, yeah, there's no foils set.
Yeah, no foils, which, I mean,
it's probably for the best.
I love that. I love the fact that there's no foils because foils can suck my dick. But just imagine the world where you open up a foil one of those Phyrexian swamps.
I would just orgasm.
Yeah, like how stiff are you at that exact moment?
And
What
like
are
you
the
said, the millstone
chances?
one.
What are the chances of getting 2 mythic packs?
Somebody call Joel Larson. Joel Larson. The math on that one, I have no clue what the math is on that, but I'm sure you could figure it out.
That'd be fucking wild, yeah.
I don't know how many mythics. I'm sure there is like an amount of mythics packs that
11.
you get
Per box.
in a booster box. Yeah, I'm assuming it's not many. Like it's probably 2 or 3, maybe.
Yeah, 2 or 3, couple more rare, and then a lot of common ones.
God, I'm so excited. Matt, did you see any new cards that were spoiled from Jumpstart that you wanted to talk about?
Phyrexian Tower.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good reprint.
I'm a big fan of that.
Again, Commander All-Star that was like $20. A sacrifice outlet on a land that also gives you more mana is never in a million years going to be a bad thing.
Yeah, definitely. This is its what, 3rd printing, I think.
I think you might be right, yeah.
Yeah, got one in Ultimate, I believe.
Oh,
I knew
that's
it
true.
was-
And the
I knew it
first
was
one,
one
and
of
the
the
Ultimate Masters in this.
Masters,
Yeah, I think you're right. That's sick.
That's what I was looking through to see if there was any.
A card that we talked about before we started recording, but definitely is worth a conversation here. Bruvac, the Grandiloquent. That's the mill guy.
The mill dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He is 2 and a blue for a 1/4 legendary creature, human advisor. And if a opponent would mill 1 or more cards, they mill twice that many cards instead.
That's just one. Thank you for finally putting mill as a keyword.
Yep.
That is long overdue. And second, like, people are going to build the shit out of this deck as, you know, using this as their commander. I'm more excited about putting it in the 99 so it opens it up to like a Dimir type of deck.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. I mean,
it
guy
is just an
becomes
advisor too. They had to make it the advisor.
Oh, yeah,
use
for,
it, I guess.
Persistent Petitioner, the 1 in a blue. Yeah, the fact that they made it a human advisor, like that was so intentional, and I love it.
Oh, I guarantee it was.
Yeah, it had to have been. This guy just immediately becomes like one of the best mill commanders ever, right?
If not the best.
I think it
maybe
has
not the
to
best.
What would you argue is the best?
I would say Fenix, right?
Is that the
mill
god? Yeah, probably the god.
Okay,
I think having access to black is just so crucial in that deck.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Milling yourself or milling your...
Oh, I think your opponent. Because this, I mean, if you're trying to win by milling your opponent, that is a mill deck. If you're putting cards in your own graveyard, that could be a whole myriad of different decks.
I was about to say, because I really think that Gitrog monster would be the best for milling yourself.
No, Get Wrecked monster is not a mill deck. That's just like a graveyard synergy deck.
Right. Yeah, I have a Lazov Demir Mastermind mill deck.
Oh, yeah, Lazov is sick.
But milling is almost like, secondary to just stealing people's shit, making copies of their stuff, casting stuff out of their library and graveyard. And then Mill's just kind of obnoxiously tagging along to finish out the game.
Yeah, well, Mill is kind of just like the means to an end in that deck, right? Like, you need things in the graveyard to be able to steal and copy.
Right.
So Mill is what gets you there.
Absolutely.
But this guy, Brubeck, he's like, I don't fucking care what's in the deck. Just put it in your graveyard.
It's a workhorse. It's a win condition.
God, so he's so gross. Also, casting like turn 1 Soul Ring, turn 2 this guy, turn 3 Traumatize.
Go fuck yourself.
I think when it leaves them with 1 card in the deck, if they have an odd number of cards.
Oh, that's gross. Yeah, CEDH all the way.
Uh-huh. That is exactly what I am into.
Oh yeah, just massive mill and counter backup.
Yep. Yeah, and then you just have like a Force of Will and a blue card in your hand, or like Force of Negation blue card in your hand. Correct. I mean, a 100-card singleton, that's not going to happen very frequently, but the first time somebody does that, they are going to feel like a fucking god.
Well, there's also Force of Will, Force of Negation, Misdirection. There's more free counter spells than you think.
Yeah, I mean, and even just like cheap counter spells. You don't have to do it on turn 3. Like, if you do it on turn 5, that's probably good enough.
These Jumpstart boxes are only going for 150. That's not too bad.
Now, question for you, Cory. Are these 36 packs or are they 24 packs?
Ooh, that's a handsome looking question.
That's a really good question.
I would assume 20, since they're 20 cards each, but I don't.
I think they're probably the same as Masters, right?
So 24 packs.
24 packs?
It's also a lot of cards.
But this kind of has the conspiracy vibe to it too, where like half of the fun is actually the limited format of it. Like I don't think a lot of people. Well, I mean, some people are going to be just cracking these to get the cards out, but the fun is like picking 2 packs and then trying to make a deck work out of it.
Oh, absolutely! I'm more excited to play this format than I have been in playing a limited format in a while, and I've loved recent limited sets. Like I really love Theros. I love Ikoria. I'm really excited to play Core Set 2021 for some reason because it's a core set, but it just looks really good.
Looks very, very good.
I have a boner all day long for 2021.
But this like makes Core Set 2021, which we all agree is going to be very good,
look like a simple bitch.
Peasant shit compared to how much fun Jumpstart is going to be. I only hope that Jumpstart is actually as fun as I think it's going to be in my brain. Because if so, I might not play Magic in any other way ever again.
I'm going to call bullshit on that.
Okay, you're probably right.
When I think of like, oh boy, I'm excited to do something in the future, it's not like, oh, I'm excited to play this deck that I'm building. Oh, I'm excited to try and deck build Wooden Nickel. I'm excited to play Jumpstart and get some people together in real life.
It's Super Pack War.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Turbo Pack Wars.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just
that's
like
what I said to Tyler. We could do Pack Wars with these just one single pack.
Oh, you definitely could. It might not be the best experience. Like I don't know how it's going to actually turn out, but if you like get one of these packs and are just like at your LGS with one of your homies, you both just buy one of these packs for what? Probably like $5-6.
Nah, I think they're gonna be more expensive than that, right? What were the Masters packs?
The Masters packs were like $10.
I would assume it would be at that
around
price point.
Sure.
Just an educated guess.
But you buy one of these packs for like $5 to $10, and then you just sit down and just open up the pack, shuffle it, and deal. And then somebody opens up like one of the mythic packs, and you open up like the Tree Folk one, and you just get your ass filled in.
Yeah, you're gonna get the mythic, like the best mythic one, and then just get like the go wide that only makes 10 tokens, and then that's it.
And that is the one thing that I'm worried about this limited format. If you go to like a local game store, and I'm assuming like they're gonna be running FNMs for this or whatever, they're definitely doing a pre-release for sure.
I guarantee they'll do FNMs.
But like it runs like a regular pre-release. So are you just get 2 packs and then you play a 3-round pre-release with it?
That would be my guess. You just mix it up, random, go.
Because my worry is that there's just going to be like an unbeatable mythic pack that is just the chase one for any kind of like actual play. That if you open up, like, let's say the Phyrexian one is the one that's just unbeatable. You open up the Phyrexian one and you are just unfucking stoppable. Like, it doesn't matter what packs your opponent opens, you're just going to crush them.
I actually think the reanimate one is going to be the best.
Really?
If I were to take a stab in the dark, yeah.
Is the reanimate one, that is one of the rare ones, right? Or the mythic?
Yes. Yeah, I believe so. So the mythics are Bazir, Unicorns, Teferi, Mill, Liliana, Phyrexian, Chandra, Seismic, Garruk. Walls is fucking mythic, and Rainbow. No, the Reanimator one's in.
Oh, so maybe you're wrong, bud.
Reanimator one is common, so I'm super wrong on.
So there's 4 different packs. I mean, I feel like the one that you open up just actual factual reanimate is the best one.
Yeah, or Mill might be the best because it's
40 cards.
40 cards.
I would say Mill just might be unbeatable.
And like, yeah, if half of your deck milling 33 cards and probably less than that, generally drawing cards throughout the game, etc.
Yeah, but like, there's going to be somebody out there that's just like, they open up the Teferi one.
Yeah, and
then open up like the vampires, and they just have a blue-black deck that just happens to have Teferi Master of Time in it. Like, in the world where you open up the dinosaur and wizards one. Like,
yeah.
When are you ever beating Teferi ever?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, the Mill one, that seems just silly. Like, but yeah.
As a play experience, the first person to ever open up, like, the double up on, like, one of the mythic ones, like, they get the Teferi and the Teferi one.
Oh, they might have, like, that where the way they pack them, they might not do that, but I feel like it's just going to be...
because they're seeded packs, you might be right.
Yeah, I could be wrong, though. But yeah, imagine, like you said, the Phyrexian Teferi. Yeah, who knows?
Teferi's Tutelage. Ooh, that's a sexy card.
Oh, are we talking about Core Set 2021 card?
Oh, that comes in the Mill pack? Oh, mind blown.
Yeah, they have 2021 in.
Yeah, that's in the Mill pack, and that's also in Core Set 2021.
Yeah,
wow.
Same with Teferi and Teferi's Insight.
Because my Una, Queen of the Fae deck, is already playing Sphinx's Tutelage. You better bet I'm jamming Teferi's Tutelage in there as well as an additional win condition.
Oh, yeah.
That card's so sick.
I feel like a Planeswalker if you just open one of the ones with a Planeswalker, you're going to be pretty set.
But that's kind of like any other limited format, right? Like, if you're sitting at a table and you're drafting and you open like a pack one, pick one Planeswalker, like, you're already at a significant advantage.
Except your packs aren't, which these packs are.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair. Like, you do have to do the skill thing of drafting.
Yeah, it's the difference between building your deck around that and saying, here's your deck that's built around this, or half of your deck is.
Yeah, that's really, really true. Like, I got to play Paper Ikoria, and in pack 2, I got past Luca, and I just, like, ran away. Like, I ran away with every game that I cast Luca, and it wasn't even kind of close. Like, Planeswalkers are just busted and limited.
Yeah, card advantage, and that one typically can turn your shitty stuff into better stuff, and the card advantage is just absurd with that one specific.
Yeah, like, you play Luca on turn 5, and then you sack, like, a 3-drop, and you just get a 5-drop, and your opponent just never recovers, ever.
Yeah.
Man, imagine getting the Mill pack and the Walls pack. Oh my god.
I think we found the best combination. Yeah, out of the mythics, what are the best 2 ones to get together? I think Cory just nailed it.
Yeah, that one's probably there.
So
hold on, let me bring this back up. It
like
fucking closed on me here. The best 2 mythics, you said?
Yeah, the best 2 mythic packs I think almost have to be in combination with each other. Mill and Walls.
No, probably Chandra, the Seismic, because they're both direct damage and aggro.
Yeah, I'd say either of those combinations, because the Seismic and Chandra, they just go together too well. You basically just have the burn deck at that point. And but the Mill and the Walls, it reminds me of M3 14 draft where I got the Jace Planeswalker, and that was just my win condition every single game.
Oh, yes.
And I just stacked up on like white, walls and shit like that. So
Is that the Jace that mills 10 for free?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. That checks out.
That's so good.
Yeah, that was limited. But yeah, I might have to just pre-order one of these right now.
Yes. I will be playing this for sure without question. I don't care how we have to do it.
So is this on Magic Online?
No, but it is on Arena.
Okay, well, that still is flowing blood to downstairs.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
It's actually that's Cory, I could not have asked for a better segue into the next thing I wanted to talk about. There is actually a discrepancy between the cards that are coming out in Jumpstart for paper and the ones that are coming out in Arena.
Right, there's like a 20 card difference, correct?
Yeah, that is 100% correct. There are cards that they deemed too powerful to be able to put directly into Historic that they changed for specifically the Arena release.
So Reanimate, I'm assuming, is probably one of those cards?
Yeah, you know, one of them is the replacement for Reanimate. They're putting in Doomed Necromancer into Historic, which is pretty cool because I love that.
So not even close to the same, but...
Well, yeah, it's obviously not the same power level. Because, like, there's Lightning Bolt in Jumpstart. That's too good for Historic.
Path to Exile, obvious.
Yeah, Path to Exile. So they replaced Path to Exile with Vanishing Light. Shieldred, too good. They replaced that with Carnifex Demon from Mirrodin, I believe, right? No, it's from Mirrodin. 4 and 2 black for a creature demon. It has flying, and it enters the battlefield with 2 -1/-1 counters. And for 1 black, you can remove a -1/-1 counter from Carnifex Demon and put a -1/-1 counter on each other creature. It's a 6/6.
I do remember that card now that you read it.
Yep. And then Ball Lightning is being replaced with Lightning Serpent, which, Matt, if you can tell me what Lightning Serpent is, I will give you $1.
How many hints do I get?
0.
I don't know if I...
Cory, I will give you $2 if you can tell me what Lightning Serpent is.
It's kind of unfair because I have it right here in front of me. But it's X and a red for a 2/1 trample haste. It comes into play with X +1/+0 counters on it, and then sacrifice it at the end of turn.
Oh, this is from Cold Snap.
It is from Cold Snap.
That's crazy that they're introducing lightning. They're introducing +1/+0 counters into Arena.
Arena, yeah, that's weird.
Instead of just putting fucking Ball Lightning into Arena, that's the weirdest part.
Well, this is much better than Ball Lightning.
You think so? Well, I mean, they determined the Ball Lightning's too good for Historic.
Maybe just the mono red deck is already good. I don't know in Historic really. So
yeah, Ball Lightning too good. Instead, let's actually make the program so it can add +1/+0 counters.
Yeah, that won't be confusing to new people.
Especially with all the bullshit that has like double counters and stuff like that.
I mean, I'm not saying anything makes sense that Wizards does.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. Also, speaking of +1/+0, instead of printing Goblin lore into Historic, they're printing Goblin Auraflame, which is the 1 and a red enchantment that says attacking creatures you control get +1/+0.
That's an old school card.
Yeah. Also,
3
Goblin
and a red.
lore getting a reprint, not nothing.
Well, it doesn't really see play anymore, I think, is the big thing.
No, but I mean, if things change in Modern, I could see maybe that deck having a resurgence. I don't know.
Yeah, Modern's in some weird state.
And
I really don't even know what that... I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
The last card that's getting put into Historic is Fanatic of Mogus. Shout out to Theros, original Theros. It's replacing Flame Tongue Kavu. Fanatic of Mogus was one of my absolute favorite cards in Theros Limited.
Really?
Yeah, when it enters the battlefield, you deal damage equal to your devotion to red to a player, or to your opponent. And it's a 4/2 for 4 mana for 3 and a red. Yeah, I loved this card.
That was a nice little finisher back then.
Hell yeah, you just get busy with like a super aggressive red-white deck, and then they eventually build a wall to stop you, and then you're just like, haha, idiot, take 6. Yeah, I really liked Fanatic.
What format is that, or what set is that from?
Fanatic of Mogus is originally from original Theros. Because,
Yeah,
you know,
I know what
Mogis.
it is. It's the Tor or whatever.
It's a
Took me a
Minotaur
sec.
Shaman, and you better
Yeah.
put some fucking respect on that name.
Yeah, it took me a minute, but I remember it. It's very good. Not as good as Gary, but...
No, it's the red Gary, though. It's part of that cycle. Except for Gary was a fucking common for some reason.
And it gains you life. Gary is way better than... That's not even a question.
Oh, yeah. No, you're 100% right. All right, fellas. I got two questions. One, out of these themes that we have for Jumpstart, what is your favorite theme?
I'll let you go first there, Cory.
Favorite theme. I mean, that's a tough one. There's a lot close to my heart. There's zombies, there's mill, there's discard. What I think is the most powerful, I'd say the mill. But my favorite is gonna have to be discard. There's such a psychological factor to taking cards out of somebody's hand. It's so disheartening that even though I might lose the game, I still win.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right.
You win the battle.
Exactly.
They may win the war.
That is the most Cory answer, too. I love that. And also, you can get Tiny Bones in the discard pack.
Absolutely.
So that's got to play a role.
I got a tiny bone just thinking about it.
Jesus Christ.
But Matt, what's your favorite theme?
If I'm going to keep it themey with Matt, there's a couple. I really like the elves. Even though the elves suck in this one, I have a soft spot for elves.
Cries an Allosaurus Shepherd.
Yeah, that homie there is real good.
Oh, I don't want to talk about it.
I'm going to have to say the reanimated.
Really?
Yeah.
I can get down with that.
That or the Teferi one. The Teferi one is probably going to be way better, but the reanimator one seems super fun.
Yeah, weird that a mythic one is going to be better than a common one.
What about you, Tyler?
The spirits. You don't even have to fucking ask him. It's spirits.
Yeah, okay. So after some hard-fought debate between a couple different options, yeah, I have landed on the fact that it's very obviously spirits. There was not even kind of a close contender. The second that I saw that there was a spirits one, it was the spirits one. If we're talking about ones that I want to play, spirits far and beyond is my favorite. For the most powerful, I think I'm gonna have to go with Mill, like Cory said. Like that one just seems like it's going to be just unbeatable if you have just the ability to mill your opponent's 40 card deck.
Well, we have the deck list. So what's in the... Oh, yeah, there's some fucking heavy hitters in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's super
Jesus.
good.
Especially if you have Bruvac out, like, it's game over.
There's just, like, all around good, like, the Selhoff Oculus is just a good card. Oh, God.
Oh, boy. Yeah, this set is so sick. Okay, next question. Now, Matt, you're familiar with the grading scale. Cory, I don't know if you are or not, but now that we're having so many products come out, we've decided to do the Fetch and Shot grading scale. What do you think this set is on a scale of 1 to 10?
Overall, not like, oh, limited, this is a this, for constructed, that's this, for commander.
Yeah,
overall.
Taking all things into consideration, whether it's going to be fun to play in limited, whether the cards reprints are great, all of the different things that could encompass this. Grade it on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay, so I haven't played it yet, but what I think it's going to, because the play experience may vary. Reprints, it's good. New commander cards. I think it's hitting a pretty consistent high bar, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8 right now. But after I play it, I may have a different grade for it.
Subject to change.
Exactly.
When it comes to the actual playing of the board.
Right.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I would say mine for pretty much the exact same reasons. Like the reprints are busted. The commander cards, there are some cards in here that I'm willing to explore, and also there are cards in here that I know that I'm going to see and guaranteed lose to. Yeah, I'm feeling like a very, very strong 8.5 on this one. Like this set is not like coming off of the spoiler season that we had for Core Set 2021. I didn't think we were going to get something as exciting as that set. And then they immediately jumped into Jumpstart. And I'm like, oh, no, this is just better. It's just better than Core Set 2020.
I actually have to... I'm at about an 8.5 as well, just because it hits all the marks. I think it's going to be fun and it's not really ever going to be the same. You could probably do this 10 times in a row. And chances of you having the same deck 10 times in a row, not likely. Possible, yes. Not likely.
Well, I mean, even the chances of you having the same two themes in a row, is significantly higher than you having the same two decks. Like, you could have the same two themes and have two completely different decks.
Exactly. As Cory mentioned, crazy reprints for Commander. There's legacy staples here. I'm not sure if there's any like modern reprints or vintage playable stuff, but there's just a lot of good money cards in set.
Oh, I'm 1,000% going to buy this. Like, I'm going to buy a box of this, and I'm going to try to jam it as much as I can.
Like, I'm more excited to play this than I am to play like a mystery booster draft.
Oh, that's actually, yeah. And I even got to play a mystery booster draft this past weekend. And I think mystery booster is one of the best draft formats we've had in a long time. This seems like it's just going to be better.
It's a bold claim.
And also, this is another thing too. How do you classify that? Because me and Matt had this conversation. Like, you can't call it sealed, really. Can you? Like, is this just its own format? It's just Jumpstart?
I mean, I think it's a marriage between draft and sealed. But then again, you don't really get to pick your packs. So, yeah, it's like pseudo sealed, I want to say.
Yeah, pseudo sealed is the closest I can get. Like, it's its own format. So, like, how it's going to be so hard to kind of grade it on the scale of other great limited formats, because it does fall into the category of a limited format, but it, like, I can't say that, oh, this is better than this sealed format or this sealed format or this sealed format, because it's so dramatically different.
It'll be interesting if it does well, if they're willing to do it again in a couple years.
Jumpstart 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Woo! Yeah. I guarantee again.
Well, with how sets are coming out, we'll just have Jumpstart 2 in, December 2020. And we'll get to just revisit this. I can't wait.
It's fair. It looks fun. It really does. It looks fun from a perspective. It looks fun if you just want to buy a box and crack packs. It seems less fun, but it does seem.
You know what would be cool, Matt and Cory?
What's that? I feel a lead in. I feel it.
It is a lead in, a little bit, to a nice shameless plug for an event that we're going to have on the Fetch and Shock Discord.
I'm listening.
So
I already know what it is, but I'm working for the.
You're like, oh, I don't know what this is. I'm very excited to hear about this.
Whatever could it be?
So yeah, I mean, ideally, I don't know how easy these packs are going to come by. Like, if these packs are going to be available at like a box store, like a Target or Walmart, I have no clue. But if they are, this format might be the second Fetch and Shock post-release pre-release event.
It could be.
Which, for those of you who are not familiar, we're having the very first Fetch and Shock post pre-release on the Fetch and Shock Discord. We're having it sometime on the weekend of July 10th through the 12th.
Yeah, one of those days.
And so what we're doing is we're going to get 6 packs of Core Set 2021. Everybody's going to build a sealed deck, and then we're going to play games of Sealed Magic the Gathering over the website Spell Table. So if you're interested in joining in on the Fetch and Shock post pre-release, go into the Fetch and Shock Discord. You can find that link on our Twitter, and in the description of this episode, there's a whole entire channel dedicated to the post pre-release. Jump in, say you're interested, and you can join in the fun.
Interesting.
Cory, are you interested in playing the post pre-release?
Say post-release pre-release one more time, and I'm gonna drive to your house and smack you.
Every time you've said it, I've tried not to laugh. It's a great name.
It's the perfect name.
I endorse the I don't even want to say it. It's all you.
Post pre-release, is that what you're talking about?
Yes, that. So is Spell Table, what is that, like just a streaming sort of thing, or is it like a
Well, fuckface, if you listen to last week's episode,
I haven't
you would
got
know
there
exactly
yet.
What Spell Table is.
I'm savoring the episodes.
He's got to savor the flavor.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was made for EDH. It was made to stream and record Magic.
Paper games of Magic.
Nice.
Over the interwebs.
The first app that was designed and built solely for playing paper Magic remotely.
This is the E3 trailer for Spell Table.
I wish they did trailers.
Yeah, and it turns out from the limited research that I've done, the Fetch and Shock post-release pre-release is actually the very first event run through Spell Table. So we are setting benchmarks for Magic the Gathering in the world of
dope.
Digital media.
For an account right now.
Heyo, we got another one, baby!
It's going to end up being like 500 when we're not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, we're going to be like, oh, sorry, everyone. I know that you were very excited for the Fetch and Shock post pre-release. But there's too many, so all you fuck off.
It actually wouldn't be that hard. We would just need to get a program, run everything.
That seems like a lot of work.
Not really.
I was hoping for
share
like
the
5
link.
people. We can just do 5. That makes it easier on me. I can count to that number, so that helps.
That does help.
I can't count to 500, so let's not get that high. But
that'll be fun. Yeah,
I'm so excited. To transition away from Jumpstart, let's move into our top 5 of the week. And by top 5, I mean top 3, because we now have our fancy third person here. So we're doing a top 3 of the week. And we already talked about what we love about Jumpstart. Our favorite cards, our favorite themes. Now,
keep that motherfucker themey.
We want to keep it extra themey. We're doing our top 3 themes we wish were in Jumpstart. Now, Matt, you and I, we already had our top 5s pre-built, and then Cory hijacked the podcast and came in, and now we reduced it. So I know you at least have 2 as an honorable mention.
I've actually thought of more, so I have 4 on.
God, you're such a piece of shit.
1 they would never do, and it wouldn't work with this type of format because it would just be basically dead unless you got a specific second one. But Storm was one of mine.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, it wouldn't, like, say you get Storm and +1/+1 counter, it wouldn't really work.
No, that would be not very good.
My second one was big mana. They don't really have any big mana,
like
ramp or stuff that adds multiple mana to your mana pool. Not, for example, like mana rocks or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Third one, silver bullets, something like tutoring creatures out, say like Birthing Pod or Fiend Artisan or something like that, where it's, hey, we know what the basics of this set are. Let's give you a silver bullet.
I knew you would try to find a way to put Birthing Pod in something.
Goddamn right I would. And then my last one will Charms. Get it? Charms.
Hey. Oh, look at you.
But have all the charms that would really work with it. Have a little bit of mana fixing. You could just do 2-color charms to make it easy, or 3, or make your own fucking charms. I don't care.
I like that.
Those are the honorable mentions.
Now, Cory, I know you had limited time to come up with top 3, but do you have any honorable mentions?
I think I might have some. They're not very fun ones, so I'm actually glad these aren't in the set, but maybe some hate bears.
That actually sounds super fucking fun.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, little hate bears. The other one was chaos. I fucking hate chaos decks in EDH so much. But I feel like in limited, like that might be a little fun.
Probably would be pretty fun. I like that one. That's
absolutely,
a good one.
It would be fun. That would be so sick.
And so those are my honorable mentions.
Okay, well, I only have 3 honorable mentions. First of all, just because they're fresh in my memory, I would have wanted there to be a multicolor shrine pack.
Heyo.
Like, we got the shrines in the core set 2021. We have the original ones. Throw all 10 of them in a pack with a bunch of random color lands and ways to fix, and that's a pack. That'd have been so sick.
That's hard to do with. They do have one of that already, so fuck it. YOLO.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, I'm in.
I also would want a Theros gods pack, because they already had the god pack in Theros where you opened it up and it was just all of the gods in one pack. Just do that, but it's just the gods and lands.
That's cool.
So if they can make it to turn 4, then they're good. But other than that,
after that, you're fucked. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely KO. There's no way you're winning that game. Damn, it's just a nice little nod to the original God pack. Just make a God pack in this, but it's not the God pack. It's the Theros God pack. I also would have loved to see, they did the multicolor, the 5-mana rainbow pack. Why did they not do a Metalcraft artifact pack?
I think that'd be good because it goes with any color and you're not really restricted on that.
Sure, but maybe not make it Metalcraft per se, but just an Artifact Matters pack would have been so cool.
I just think that's too easy. Too easy. It really is, because your mana's not really getting hurt unless they make blue-red or something.
Sure. I mean, yeah, they could have done that.
So it looks like there's a Artifact Recursion pack, but that's not really. Yeah, something with maybe some pants to put on some creatures,
Yeah, that'd have been so sick. Just
Maybe
like
even like living weapons or something.
like
sword,
a battle
just
skull
swords, all the swords.
pack. All this, yeah, just a
That
death and
seems
taxes equipment
really
pack.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Jesus,
put
could
4
you
Stone Forge
fucking
Mystics.
imagine? You don't even need that. You just have an equipment pack. You get all the swords.
And then there's an ornithopter pack. It just has ornithopter.
I would hope to open that with the sword pack.
Just 0 lands, 20 Ornithopters.
That deck would actually probably win a little.
Yeah,
Imagine
depending on
that
what
with the
it's paired
+1/+1 counter.
Oh my god.
Although if you just put 20 Ornithopters, your mana base fucking terrible.
Well, you'd always have an Ornithopter to cast.
It's true. You could buy time, I guess.
That's
All right, I'm
actually
in
just
on it. Let's
That's
do
the
it.
Walls pack.
Yeah.
It's just all Ornithopters.
Does anyone else have any other honorable mentions?
No, I think that's all I got. Let's move on to our top 3. I think we should just go around and just everybody do their 3, and then everybody do their 2, and then everybody do their 1.
Perfect.
Who wants to start it out?
I'll start it out. So 3 is cheaty creatures like big dumb idiots. Whether it's now, obviously we can't put show and tell in, but actually show and tell would probably be fine. Like show and tell or Luca or the fucking not sneak attack, but it's a spell. It's 5 mana attacks through the breach.
Oh yeah, you could do Through the Breach.
Oath the Druids, something to discount big dumb idiots, pretty
You can
much.
show and tell.
Perforos.
Oh, New Proforos is a good
Yeah,
one.
something like that. I think that would be pretty fun.
Now, what would be the creature that they would put in that as like the big sneaky idiot that you put in?
I don't know. Like, obviously, you couldn't do fucking Brand or like
Emrakul. The Aeon
Light
Storm.
Steel or yeah, it would have to be something fair. But then again, they put children in, so I don't
just
know.
imagine getting that pack in the Shieldred pack and just getting like a turn 4 Shieldred.
But like, what about a Titan? One of the Titans
Yeah,
or
I
one
like
of the
that.
Gear Hulks.
Do the Oath and then Inferno Titan.
Yeah, you could do something super simple. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Now, granted, the color would have to match whatever your cheaty effect was. There's more in red than blue, so it'd be a red spell. Or
Yeah.
like an Oath of Druids and something. Or I don't know what it was, to be honest. Or do some big artifact like Sundering Titan, because it's limited and a lot of basic lands. Who knows?
I like that. That's a really good one. Here, we'll let our guests go last. I will give my number 3. A Morph pack.
That's a good one. That's really good with any. You're always going to hit your 3-drop.
Yeah, exactly. Like and they could do like a 5-color pack with that, because then like the mana fixing really doesn't have to matter at all. You just jam your morphs, and then eventually when you get the mana to do it, you just flip it up. I don't feel like that's too strong, but that would have been so cool.
Yeah, I think that would have been easy enough, you know. Also,
Yeah,
like you said,
real simple.
Turn 3, you at least guaranteed a dude.
Yeah, and that's not busted by any means.
Now, out of the morphs, what morphs would you put in there?
Den Protector, I think, is just like a guaranteed one that has to be in there.
I think it would be like a Simic type of a deck. There's a lot of decent
Yeah, that's,
counter spell one.
morphs.
Yeah,
Plus, there's like the payoffs where you can look at the morphs. When you morph something up, draw a card, that thing.
Well, what's the enchantment that face down creatures get a +1/+1?
It's +1, +1, I think.
+1/+0. Yeah.
Trail of Mystery or something.
I think that's the one that when they flip up, you draw a card.
But
yeah,
hell,
there's
put that
the
in there
flip
too.
up, draw a card, the power toughness. Look at other morphs. That one would be super relevant, but
Hell, that would be so cool though.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good Morphe boys out there.
Exactly.
Morphe Brown.
yeah, it's a good one.
Cory, what's your number 3?
So this is more of a shout out to one of the friends in my play group. His name also Tyler, but there can only be one on the Fetch and Shock, so we'll go ahead and call him Lousy Beatnik. I think that's his name on Twitter. But
Lousy fuck.
That Lousy Beatnik, he's always talking about wanting to build a horse tribal deck. Because when I introduced him to EDH Rec, he went all the way down to the bottom, and horses was one of the last ones. He's like, that's what I want to build.
That's the one.
And so I know they have unicorns, but unicorns, you know, they're their own special little thing. I would like to see horses. Horses definitely don't get as much love. They're the hornless unicorns, if you will.
Yeah,
they're
the fucking idiot.
Swordless horses.
Swordless horse.
Idiot hornless unicorns.
Now, what
They're the
color
little-
would the horses deck? White?
Have to be green white, right? Or yeah, I guess it would just be one color.
Yeah, I think they're just white. I'm not really sure what other color horses have been in.
Green. There's Tarpan.
Well, they also had that cycle in, was it Corset 19 of the or the 6 horses, the
I
mares?
think they'd be.
And you could also
that's right,
throw
those
like
are.
horsemanship in there. There's a lot.
Oh, riding the Delu horse. One of the all-time best instant speed spells ever. Or sorceries, maybe. I don't know. That card's sick, though.
So yeah, horsey boys.
I can get on it. Can ride that horse.
Well, Matt,
Right.
what's your number 2?
Yeah, let's go to numero dos here. Scarecrows.
Ooh.
Yeah, you could do 5-color scarecrows, use artifact scarecrows. They're generally good with fixing. You don't need to hit your. You could play a lot of the scarecrows and not use their ability.
Yeah, that's true. They just as general creatures.
And the big scarecrow is either one of each color or 2 colorless. So
Reaper
you
King.
can go. Yeah, you can go that way too.
That would be a perfect one, too, for them to have printed a new card. Because there's
Like
not
a new
very.
lord or whatever.
Yeah, there's not very many scarecrows in Magic. So another new scarecrow is always welcome.
That would be fun. You could, like I said, artifacts, so not really hurting your mana base. You don't need it to play them, but you would get a bonus if your mana was correct to use their abilities oftentimes.
And you could probably
I like that.
you could pair that with the reanimate pack. Since a lot of the scarecrows, sacrifice to do such and such.
Oh, yeah. I love that. Oh, that's so good. Hell yeah. Well, my number 2, I thought of this one. It would just be such a good pack to have as just a general perfect pairing for any other pack. Changelings.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, just like a mono changeling pack. So, like, if you get the spirits one, like there's rattle chains in that, you can just get a rattle chains, target your changeling, and it's a spirit. So that guy gets hexproof. Or any of the other things that say, like the Minotaurs one has Rage Blood Shaman, gives other Minotaurs +1/+1. Changelings are Minotaurs, so +1/+1. Go for it. Like, it would just be such a cool combo.
That'd be easy to throw like in the common slot too, so it can just, pair with anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and there's so many decent changelings. None of them are like particularly like absolutely busted. There's so many good ones. That would be a cool like 5-color one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you could really go wild with that.
Like, the only one real changeling that I can think of is like Mirror Entity.
There's that red one that does something.
Oh, I guess also like Morphron too. But like, that would be a cool Morphron reprint.
Oh, the colorless one that's.
Yeah, that's like the
all
7-mana
5
colorless one that when it enters the battlefield, you name a creature type.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and how cool would that be to just like get that pack and then get like the Pirates pack?
Yeah, it could really go with anything.
Now
Would
I'm
that be
looking
too
up
strong?
changelings.
Yeah,
No,
would that
probably.
be too strong with
Yeah.
like some of the Lord?
I mean, you could balance it out by not putting like
Ridiculous
disgustingly
ones
good
in
ones
it.
except for the rare. But
Yeah,
like,
you
I
could
even
just-
think in that case, like some of these rares are just unbeatable. Like, is Morphron more or less beatable than Teferi Master
Shieldred or Shieldred?
or Shieldred? Yeah, like, hard to
Ooh,
say.
There's the Tauron Mauler. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may put a 1/1 counter on it.
Have you ever fucking played against that thing in limited?
That thing is miserable.
Yeah, it's so hard to beat. You just need to kill it quickly because it does just smack you around in the meantime
Absolutely.
until you do kill it. And it's player, not opponent.
Uh-huh.
It's like, what the fuck are
Disgusting.
you doing? Yeah.
Disgusting.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, that changelings. Good one. Good shot.
All right, Cory, what's your number 2?
My number 2 would be a creature-based, like creatures with enter the battlefield effects. So no instants, no sorceries, just creatures with ETBs.
I fucking love that.
That's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
In Conspiracy, one of the conspiracies is that you can only have a deck with creatures in it. And so, like, you learn how to really utilize the creatures with the ETB and all that.
Uh-huh.
And it's just not that there would be a card that wouldn't let you play sorceries, but it would just be interesting to try and do a creature-based only deck.
Yeah, like it's just an ETB thing. And like there's so many good ETB creatures. Like, hell, you could just like throw a Muldrifter in there and like you're having the time of your life.
Yeah, Muldrifter, a
Uncommon or
6-line.
common, yeah. Not to mention other ones like you have some of those persist idiots like Kitchen Finks and Murderous
there you go.
Redcap.
Or even something as simple as like Elvish Visionary. Isn't that the draw card?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a really good one for that. And like that doesn't adhere to a specific creature type too, which I think is extra cool.
Right. It gives you value kind of without being unfair.
Well, you also could just put some of each creature type in it, depending on what colors you were going. Like we have zombies, elves, unicorn, dogs.
The creature types are abundant. Like there's rogues, there's dragons, there's minotaurs, there's cat.
You could do it with the shapeshifters.
Oh, that would be so busted.
And ETB effects are always really cool, especially, let's say, with the reanimator. Kind of double up on them.
Absolutely. Try and get like a aristocrat style thing going too.
Well, there is one of those, isn't there? Like a sacrifice, like gaining value from sacks.
Oh yes, the minions, sacrificing creatures,
Yep.
graveyard recur.
That's a really good one.
All right. So, numero uno. Anyone got it? Can they get it?
I mean, you already said in your honorable mentions one with birthing pod in it, so I honestly have no fucking clue.
I'm gonna say stacks.
Fuck no, dude. That would be absurd and limited. No, let's get Tangle Wire, Smokestack.
That would be
I probably talk about this creature type every fucking episode.
Well, it's not elves. Giants?
Eldrazi?
It's the Slivery boys and girls.
Slivers!
And I thought of this because of a single card from Time Spiral. 2-mana artifact. Other creatures you control are slivers in addition to their other types. And that would be one of your rares. And then I wouldn't put ridiculous slivers in there, but like Haste Sliver, Mana Sliver, just the like common and uncommon slivers. You don't need a Sliver Lord unless it's like Predatory, the white one. I can't think of its name.
Now, do you think that would be like a common, rare, or mythic one?
Depends what slivers you put in.
Exactly what I was thinking. Because
you could put shitty slivers in there. Like I said, like just have one Lord, and you could have stuff that just gives haste, like vigilance stuff, and not go over the top. Like, oh hey, let's have some Vindicate Sliver. Cycle slivers.
You could also put the slivers that affect all slivers. So if your opponent has slivers,
that's nasty. I like that. Well, I asked the common rare mythic question because on the Fetch and Shock Twitter, shout out Fetch and Shock Twitter, for the question of the week, I asked almost this exact question. If you could pick a theme to put into Jumpstart, what would it be? And one of our followers said slivers specifically. And my retort was, what if you make it like a common one and then each of the different packs had a different like sliver like legendary, like Sliver Queen, Sliver Hive Lord, like those things.
I decided a Sliver.
Do you think there's enough?
Yeah, you can double up. You don't have to play fucking one of each.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could do that. Okay, yep, I'm in. Oh, and that Twitter follower was Captain Vimes. So shout out for that answer on our question of the week.
They're a good person.
There are 112 slivers.
Oh, so it's definitely doable with just like support like spells in that. Sign me up. That's such a good idea, actually.
And there are there are some really, really fucking good slivers that aren't the 5-color slivers, like the Vindicate Sliver. You got that one's absurd. The Poisonous Sliver, whenever you attack, they
get 1 poison.
No, that's Virulous Sliver. Like whenever you attack, they lose a life and you gain a life. Like there's some disgusting
the Draining
ones.
Game Sliver, yep.
Yeah.
There's the Death Touch.
Yeah, First Strike, Lifelink, Double Strike, Vigilance, Flying, Shroud. Yeah.
You can think of.
Yep, they have.
There's a sliver for it.
There's
they got
fucking
fucking flanking.
Because of course there is.
I just thought that one would be cool. You could do it at common, the all slivers ability. So if your opponent were to also have slivers, they get bonuses too, and that's like a little sub game.
You guys are just staring at each other the entire game, just like, we have the same creatures.
Worth it.
That'd be a mess. Well,
that's my number one.
My number one. This was also my answer to the Fetch and Shock question of the week. I want a prison themed pack.
Stacks or prison?
Prison. So I'm putting Palace Jailer in this pack.
Ghostly Prison.
I'm putting Precinct Captain. I'm putting Ghostly Prison. I'm putting Council's Judgment.
Gross.
Yeah, that's all I want. It's just like a mono white, like locking your opponent down. Just dumb, shitty creatures, like human creatures.
That's similar to the Hate Bears.
Yeah, it's super similar to that. But like all of them have this like subtle undertone, a prison.
Yeah, I
I
got
just-
that with the Palace Jailer.
Yeah, just
Goes to
jam
prison.
Palace Jailer into every format, and I'm happy.
Well, like Pioneer has the makings of a very shitty style deck that you're talking about. So if you were to put those in the packs, like it's not super crazy, overpowering, like flip the table, fuck this game. But it's like, oh, just pay 1 extra mana to target my dude, or you can only draw 1 card, or creatures can only enter the battlefield from your hand type of stuff.
Oh, hell yeah. And I mean, also put Thalia in this,
Oh, yeah, of course.
because that's my girl.
Yeah.
You couldn't not have Thalia on a prison deck.
She bet.
No, she's the guardian. I'm not just Raven, but my heart.
Fuck off. You're the actual worst person.
You're not wrong. All right, Cory, what is your number 1?
So my number 1 is Death Touch Tribal,
Oh, yes.
which sounds horribly obnoxious, and it is.
Absolutely. It's horribly obnoxious.
I made an Oathbreaker deck for the Veraska that has to do with Death Touch, and I figured out very quickly that I love all the cards I put in that deck. And then they just came out with the 1/4, the Hooded Blightfang.
Yeah, Death Touch Snake.
Yeah, the old Death Toucher that kind of pump. It does a weird impression of Veraska to where if you do any damage to a Planeswalker, it kills it.
That's so sick.
So, throw some artifacts in there. Not artifacts. What's the word I'm fucking looking for? They are artifacts. Weapons? No.
Equipment.
There you go. Yeah. Dang old equipment, where you sack
It's a Basilisk Collar.
the what?
Basilisk Collar gives Death Touch and lifelink.
Correct. There's probably a card sitting over across the room. I can see it. But the Viridian Longbow, I think. The Viridian Bow.
Oh, yeah. That's the one that when you can tap and deal 1 damage to something, and then if that thing died, you untap.
Right. So, it could just be like a bunch of low creatures, low power, low toughness, but they have like utility, or you could pair it together with the +1/+1 counters pack.
Oh, that would be gross.
And it's not like a common theme that you see very much, except for the uncommon Vraska or the common Vraska and this new Hooded Blightfang.
Yeah, and you could also utilize like the Ikoria thing of giving things ability counters.
Ooh.
So if you have you get like the walls pack with your Death Touch thing, give some of your walls Death Touch counter, and then just like give them +1s, and then just get like
Go
the
to town.
worst wall ever. Oh, that'd be so brutal. Yeah, remember the last time you touched a wall and you died?
It's generally electric.
Electric Fence. 2
Electric.
colorless mana.
I set you up for the electric boogaloo, and you completely fucking dropped the ball.
No, that's going to be the functional reprint. It's Electric Fence 2, the Electric Book.
All right. All right.
So when they revisit Jumpstart, like we said, in December 2020, we better see these fucking packs.
Yeah, I'm excited. Sure, core set 2021 is cool. And of course, like the Commander set is probably I'm going to get a huge boner for. But I'm excited to meet up with the play group and start busting open some of these packs and playing some games.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it's going to be fun.
I'm hoping these booster boxes are relatively easy to come by, too. That's going to be the one thing that might make or break this set. Like, are people just going to be card sharking and just, like, buying the set to get all of the busted reprints, and then people who are wanting to play it not going to get the chance to? Because if that's the case, that's going to suck.
Yeah, that'd be shitty. But I don't think the Commander players aren't about that.
No, absolutely not.
They're not just like, hey, let's go buy 30 boxes to try to crack this elf. And Legacy players aren't going to do that either. What they're going to do is wait till someone else just opens it, says, I don't want this fucking Allosaurus thing, and then they sell it on eBay.
Well, it might just be the stores also just cracking a bunch for the reprints, but...
Oh, that'd be cunty, too. Yeah, that's...
that does actually happen.
Yeah.
Because I think that is what kind of happened with the mystery boosters too, right? Like the reprints were so disgusting in that people were just scooping boxes and not actually playing them, where in all actuality, that was such a crazy good limited format.
Yeah, they just happened to have a couple $200 cards.
Yeah, I mean,
stores
can
are willing
also,
to crack a box.
Yeah, you can also attest that to the fact that it came out right around the time that also COVID came out.
Like, I'm not fucking going anywhere.
Yeah, but
Are they going to have a second wave of those boxes?
I don't know. If they do, and more people get the opportunity to play that limited format, I will be so stoked.
'Cause I have a box, but I'm sitting on it because I was thinking, oh, the price might go up because it came out during, like, right when the whole COVID thing got, like, serious.
Yeah,
I remember calling the store, and I was like, hey, do you guys got boxes? And they're like, yeah, for boxes for, like, 110 or 115. And then, like, I waited like a week or two, and then boxes were like, 150 or some real crap.
Oh, they jumped up super quickly.
Yeah.
It's because people are like, oh, hey, Mana Crypt's.
I mean, but the set has 1,800 cards.
Still.
And the set is, by
You
no
cracked a
stretch of the
Mana Crypt,
imagination,
You're like
one
plus
of the most
$50
fun.
already. So you're plus 50, and then anything you open after that, free roll.
well, and the foils were just disgusting too. Like the fact that they have foils in each pack is pretty big game. Like I got to draft this set in paper this past weekend, and like one person at the table opened up foil Reaper King, that pays for their draft. One person opened Demonic Tutor, that paid for their draft. I opened like 2 or 3 rares that just by themselves were like $25.
Fancy, man. What'd you open?
I opened up the legendary land that untaps a legendary permanent.
Oh, you did tell me what you opened already.
That like there were a couple like $5 to $7 cards.
The
Yeah,
Minimo?
that's the one. Yeah, Minamo. Yeah, there you go.
There are some spicy cards in this.
Oh my goodness, yeah. This
There's also a shitload, like he said, Lube said, there's a shit ton
1,800
of cards, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the largest set ever printed.
Well, it's all just strictly against 2, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, they can't really print new cards into the mystery.
1,800
Well,
card set.
They kind of did with the playtest cards from the convention boosters.
And some of those things are fucking wild, too.
Oh my god, the Planeswalker that's a duck is my favorite thing on the planet.
And literally, those only go into Commander Cube decks. Fucking Commander raising the price for normal folk.
Yeah, blame Commander. Okay, we're moving off of the blame Cory thing.
Blame Cory.
We moved to the blame Bill Gates thing, and then we're moving off of blame Bill Gates to blame Commander.
You know what? You know who we should blame? Joel Larson.
Blaming Joel Larson. Now that is keeping it themey.
You fucking blame Joel. He's going to show up at your house. Say, come on. The fuck, man?
He's like, who the fuck are you blaming, motherfucker?
Yeah, he's gonna have a crowbar in his hand and a cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Well, fellas, I think there's only one more thing we need to do.
Blame Cory.
No, it's blame Commander now.
It'll always be forever blame Cory. I do want to make those shirts because that's fucking hilarious.
Oh, did you see the one that I posted on Twitter?
Yeah, it's fucking fantastic.
Hashtag
So good, so good.
that is the new moniker of the Fetch Shock podcast. But speaking of Cory, you got a game to play, bud. You can't get out of here without playing some accumulated knowledge.
Dang, I thought I was gonna be able to hang on to the crown. I have a feeling it's over.
I would say percentage-wise, you are, even if you lose this, you are still 100% ownership of the crown.
Well, that would be 66%. I've been fucking up real bad recently. So
yeah, you've been blowing it, dude.
That's possible.
But before we jump into the game, how about I explain it? So every week we close out the podcast with a game we like to call Accumulated Knowledge. In this game, we go into the Scryfall website and we hit the random card button. A random card pops up and one of us asks the other the name of that magic card. The other one has to give the mana cost of the card. If they get it right, they get a point. If they get it wrong, then they I don't know what happens to them. Probably something bad.
Shame
I don't know
upon your family for a millennia.
I mean, everything is already blamed on Cory already. So like, what more could we do?
That's fair. Something. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, there's something.
You can never play another discard spell ever.
Oh no!
No!
Yeah, he's destined to never ever see a physical copy of Tiny Bones ever.
And Death Touch no longer is a card.
A card.
Card ability.
If I try and make someone discard, they just draw a card.
Oh yeah. Discard is now turned into target player draws a card, and
Okay.
you discard a card.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
But Matt, do you just want to go back and forth on this one?
Yeah, I got one locked and loaded here.
Perfect. How about you fire off the first one?
All All right, Corey, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, your first one is explosive apparatus.
Oh, that is not in my... Man, it sounds familiar. Explosive apparatus. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that it's an artifact.
Would you like a hint?
You know what? No.
Wait, hold on. Matt, can I have a hint? Because
No.
I don't know what this card is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Matt, is it an artifact? I think I might have an idea.
Are you guys playing against each other?
No.
Because we could do
Who
that.
gets it? Who gets it?
Yeah, whoever gets there first.
Oh my god, yeah, let's fucking do that.
Does the Gatherer have what was the last Goofy set that just came out? Like the silver border one?
Oh, the unset.
Does it have unsets?
It's unstable. It definitely does, but we don't ask those.
Okay, good.
This is not an unset card. There's a free hint.
No, I think this card is...
Well, Tyler's the guest, or Corey's the guest. He gets first guess, you fuck. We're
Okay.
doing it. We're doing that.
Are me and Cory playing against each other?
Yes.
Okay, so we just go back and forth. Like he gets a guess, and then I get a guess, and whoever gets it first wins.
Yes. You each get, let's do 3 hints.
Sure, fuck it. Why not?
Total, not per card.
Oh, so we have to both agree that, like, yeah, we're doing a hint here.
No. He can use a hint, and if he still fucking misses it, then you get a shot, and you can use a hint, but you don't have to use it.
Man, this is I feel like this is some shitty uncommon or common that I played with. Or it could be like a fucking red card, I don't know. So if I guessed, it goes to Tyler, and then if he gets it wrong, then it goes back to me, or we
Correct.
just move on. Okay.
Nope.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and
What a shit show!
yeah, this is
Oh, yeah, I make up the fucking rolls as I
Yeah.
go. I don't care.
Since when? I love this!
This is my goddamn show.
The first executive decision Matt has ever made, and it fucks me so hard.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that fuck the hints. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that it's 2 colorless mana.
Is that your final answer?
That is 2 generic mana. I'm sorry, not 2 colorless.
I'm
Two
gonna
You
have to
fucking
hit
slob. Oh, there you
buzzer. That is incorrect.
Damn.
go. I think it's 4.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Okay, I'm gonna use a hint. Is the casting cost just generic mana?
Is that your hint?
Yeah, like is it colorless?
Oh, I was like, you want the mana cost? I was like,
No.
is that some
He's
fucking
like, makes
shitty
him
way
give
of-
him the mana cost.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the mana cost? Okay, I guess that mana cost.
Yes, the card is colorless. It is a generic mana.
Something stupid like deals 1 damage. Man, it's in there somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and guess it's a single generic mana.
Is that your final answer?
Sure.
That is correct.
Correct.
Oh!
I also kind of gave that away, but by accident, I said it is a generic mana. But no one was.
Yeah, we're not that smart, dude. Come on.
I-
I would say, what the fuck?
I didn't even mean to do it. That's
What's- What set is that from?
This
Oh, it's
is
from, like, Corset, right?
no. This is from Shadows over Innistrad.
Oh, jeez, really?
This is in Corset 29. So
Is this the one that it's a shock on a stick, right? You have to pay, like, 3 or 4 mana and sacrifice
Yes.
it to deal 2?
Explosive Apparatus is a 1 mana artifact. Can pay 3, tap, and sack it. It deals 2 damage to target creature or
Ugh.
player.
The second you fucking said that it was from Shadows, I
Yep.
knew it immediately.
Me and the podcast guys did a game during Shadows where we opened a sealed pool, and then whoever lost got to open another pack and add it to their sealed pool.
Oh, that's so sick.
So yes, it's all coming back to me now. Whew, okay.
All right, Corey, you are up 1-0.
What is it,
Tyler?
like first to 3?
We'll do first to 3 since we're doing this way.
Sure.
Win by 2.
I mean, that seems really difficult, but okay.
Yeah, that could go on for a long time.
Yeah.
We'll just.
Just first to 3.
Hold on. First to 3, the person then gets a card. If they fuck it up, they don't get any hints.
Oh, that's your
And then-
redemption round.
If they get it, we go to sudden death. Whoever answers.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we're fucking doing this on the fly. I can dig it.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler. Your card is Rabid Elephant.
Rabbit Elephant. Are you sure this isn't an unset card?
Rabid.
Yeah, Rabbit
R-A-
Elephant. I got it.
Fuck off, you bitch.
You dumb.
A Rabbit Elephant.
RABID.
Okay,
There will
well,
be no fucking asterisk. This one.
I'm assuming it has 2 big floppy ears. It has buck teeth.
No, it's not you, you dumb bitch.
Oh, god damn it. The rabbit elephant, it's a green card. It is 3 and a green.
Is that your final answer?
Absolutely.
Cory, you get a chance to steal.
I'm going to guess that it's 3 and a white.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, it's.
That is incorrect also.
Damn it.
All right.
Tyler.
I'm going to guess that it is 4 and a green then.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, absolutely.
That is correct.
Yes!
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes!
So yeah, this is 4 and a green, creature elephant for a 3/4. Whenever rabid elephant becomes blocked, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn for each creature blocking. When in doubt, stomp. This is Odyssey.
Oh, cool.
All right, 1-1. Hey, Cory, are you ready for your next card?
I'm ready, but I think what's the name of the mechanic where you both flip up the top card of your deck?
Clash.
Clash. I think this reminds me a lot about that.
Welcome
Yes.
to the Fetch and Shock podcast, where we're playing Clash for the
We make
first
up
time.
games on the motherfucking fly.
Yeah. Take
All right.
that.
All right, Cory, your card is Sudden Spoiling.
What the fuck is going on here? How are these the worst cards ever?
So, Sudden Spoiling is one of my favorite cards that I never get to play in like a good moment.
Oh, you actually know this card?
Yeah, this is a pretty common one.
I have a foil version in my zombie deck, and whenever I get it in hand, it's just never a good time to play it. It's one of those cards that you look and you're like, oh, this is fucking amazing. But it never is. I've never gotten anybody with it, so I'm very upset with it. Sudden Spoiling, it's 1 a black.
That is correct. I'm not going to ask you if you wanted to change that because I figured you would know
Obviously
this
knew
one.
it.
Yeah, so this 1 black, in split second, until end of turn, creatures target player controls lose all abilities and have base power and toughness 0-2.
Oh, this card seems nuts.
Yeah, this is originally in Time Spiral and then Commander.
I'm not gonna lie to you, boys. This is the very first time I've ever heard that card.
We'll add that to the repertoire.
Yeah, this
All
is. I'm very glad that you got it first and I didn't, or else I would have looked like a fucking right prick.
Well, you might get this one here, Sunshine. You ready?
I've never been more ready.
This is Extinction Event.
Oh, this is the Wrath.
But
This is from Ikoria.
But how much mana?
Oh, it's like a gazillion though, isn't it? No, yeah, it's from.
Is
It's
a
not a gazillion,
gazillion your final answer?
No, it's actually black and a gazillion. No, Extinction Event is from Ikoria. It's not a gazillion mana. It's the Wrath, but it's the odd even one. It's 3 and a black, right?
Is that your final answer?
I believe so.
That is correct.
Nailed it. I just played against this card last Wednesday.
I was about to say I wouldn't have got this. New cards fucked me up.
No, this is
So-
fresh in my mind because I had somebody cast it against me, and it was better for me than my opponent. And I was like, "Thank you," I guess.
This is choose sorcery, choose odd or even, exile each creature with converted mana cost of the chosen value.
Damn, I thought this was the Ixalan one. The one where it does like a shitload of damage to everything.
Oh, the red one.
Yeah.
Like you destroy
where
a
it
land
deals-
and it deals 20 damage to each thing.
Yeah. Well, good thing that wasn't mine. Good job.
Hey, I did it.
You don't get basic island.
Thank God.
So
Because
what's the
this is
score
40.
here? It's 2-2,
It's 2-2.
right?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
2
All
up.
right. This is Consume Spirit.
Oh, spirits, baby.
It's the one of the like haunting cards or something.
Cory, you still have 2 hints. Lieb, you have all 3 of your hints.
I thought we had a collective 3 hints.
No, you each get 3.
No, neat.
I might have to use a hint. See, that's the fucked up thing. If I use a hint and get it wrong, I've given him ammo.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Ooh,
Strategery.
it is a tightrope, my friend.
I love this game.
This put so much more pressure on me. Okay.
Matt, can I have the flavor text?
It's not your turn, bitch.
Consume Spirit is obviously going to be a black card. I'm just going to go for it. 2 and a black.
So 2 colorless and a black.
Correct.
Is that your final answer?
It is.
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
Yeah, Consume Spirit seems like it's black. Is it Consume Spirit or Consumed Spirit?
Consume.
Okay, so it's not a spirit that has been consumed. you're consuming somebody else's spirit.
Correct.
Seems like this would be like a removal spell. And removal spells are usually like 3 mana. I'm gonna say 1 black.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is incorrect. Cory, you have the chance to steal.
Can one of the hints be like
the mana cost?
The mana no, the whatever, the rules text on the card or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get that.
All right, so Consume Spirit reads, spend only black mana on X. Consume Spirit deals X damage to target creature or player, and you gain X life.
This is a fucking X spell? Are you kidding me?
Well, that could have took a very long time had we not got that
We
hint.
would have just been like hard-nosed, like, fuck you, no hints. We just go like, I don't know, fucking 10 and 3 black. I don't know.
6 and a black, 7 and a black. So it's either gonna be 1 and a black X or black X. Can you read the text one more time?
Yeah. Spend only black mana on X. Consume Spirit deals X damage to target creature or player, and you gain X life.
Creature or player. So I'm gonna go ahead and go 1 and a black and a X.
Is that your final answer?
Sure.
Ding, ding, ding.
You motherfucker. I would have
That's a-
1000% gone black X if you would have got it wrong. So.
Yeah. As soon as I said it, I was like, fuck, it can also be black. Well, good thing I didn't think that far ahead.
I think, is that the first X spell we've ever had?
No, Decree of Justice.
Oh, right. All right. Tyler, if you miss this, Cory's the winner. If you
Oh
win
my
it,
god,
you go.
I just completely was okay with the fact with me losing, and then you told me that I had another one. I was like, fuck, oh my god. Panic ensues.
We're getting wild. All right, are you ready?
Sure.
This is Transmute Artifact.
Oh, geez. Yeah, this one's a pretty good one. Oh my god, am I gonna get this wrong? It's blue, right?
Is that your final answer?
I think so, yeah. If I get this wrong, I feel like an idiot.
That is... Wait for it.
Yeah?
That is correct.
Okay, cool. Okay, I was really second guessing myself there for a second.
I'm not reading this. It's a whole lot of text and from Legends or Antiquities. So it's Tinker. You pay the difference from the artifact you sack to the one you get.
Yep. Yeah, it's an old...
All right. So this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to read the card, and the first person to shout out to me, not what it does, will get a chance. Then the
Blue
other
and
person,
white!
Well, you're fucked.
Do we have like buzzers?
That's why you're just going to shout out.
Gotcha.
You just scream of each other.
All right. Are you both ready?
Sure.
Yeah.
This one is Matka Rider.
Wait, hold on. Time out. What if we both yell one and it's both wrong?
You yell to me first, you fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do we just keep just saying things over and over again until one of us gets it right?
No, we'll go to a new card.
Did
Okay.
you say riders? Riders?
Rioters.
Rioter.
Two in a
a
red.
red.
I said it first.
Well, you're both fucking wrong. So it's 2 in a green.
Shit.
It has domain, power and toughness equal to basically.
I can't believe we're both.
Just great. All right. Are you ready for the next one? You fucking
Sure.
dum-dum.
Yeah.
All right. Your next one is Tarfire.
One in red.
Who said 1 in a red?
I did.
You're fucking wrong, Cory. You're right.
Oh no, it's one red.
It's red. You said 1 and a red.
I think he said 1 red.
Oh,
I
you
just
fucking.
yelled
No, I
red.
said 1 and a red. You definitely got it.
Oh.
I thought you said 1 and a red.
I did.
Yeah, this is Tribal Instant Goblin. Tarfire deals 2 damage to target creature or player.
Good old Goblin Tribal.
God damn it.
Good old school Death Shadow.
It makes Tarmogoyf big.
That'd do. So Cory, still fucking up.
Whew, that was way more intense than the usual.
Yeah, is anybody else fucking sweating?
I'm cool as a cucumber.
I can't
So-
believe you just bogarted our game and just like made it your own.
I'll do whatever the fuck I want. How about that?
Just for the sick amusement.
It was fun because I guarantee that your hands are shaking.
I'm like, I don't even know what's going on.
Oh.
I'm just rethinking my entire life this past like 5 minutes.
You should have sat up studying magic.
Man, I just thought it was funny we both stood in red for
For Matt.
For a card that was 2 and a green.
That's stupid. Green doesn't riot.
No, not at all.
So that means I get the shout out.
That is correct.
100%.
You just can't shout out that other shitty podcast if Lance could populate or whatever.
If Lance could record a fucking cast, am I right?
Got him.
They were preemptively quarantining before COVID was cool.
Oh,
So-
how progressive.
Yeah, we're really, really cool over there. I'm not sure if I've shouted them out before, so stop me if I've said it, but the Pioneer Cast.
I don't think we've actually shouted them out.
No, I don't know what Pioneer.
Yeah, so they are a podcast, shockingly enough, just talking about Pioneer.
By Ross Merriman and Tannen.
Yes, you are correct, sir.
Oh, sick. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Usually I like your style podcasts where they talk about some shit and then they eventually talk about magic. And they do talk about stuff like sports or food or something stupid. But then they just get down to like the actual statistics and like top eights and deck techs and stuff like that, where it's more by the numbers. And for Pioneer, since it's such a relatively new format, the top eight is constantly in flux. Super, like each weekend, somebody changes their sideboard and then it beats the number one deck and it just goes back and forth. So I find it super interesting to actually see the hard numbers on Pioneer in tournaments.
That's
Yeah,
really
I've
cool.
listened to every one of their episodes when I'm traveling. They're
Yep.
about an hour to an hour and a half. And exactly what you said, I like how they kind of break down what they see, new innovations, some spicy choices they make.
Huh. So what you're saying is they're actually helpful to their listeners instead of just rotting their brains like we do.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Interesting take on podcasting, but I like it. Very.
It is a good podcast. Go check it out.
And they'll respond to you on Twitter too. Like, when some podcasts get all big, like they don't interact with their fans a lot. I remember suggesting a card for a certain deck and, both of the dudes got back to me on Twitter. So, super cool cast. Check it out.
That's really cool.
They also they do have a Discord too that's pretty big.
I think it comes out every Wednesday, if I remember correctly. Usually every Wednesday. So yeah, I'm the same way where I'm like, okay, I'm going to work, download the podcast, or I'm coming home from work, download the podcast, listen to it, travel it.
They do talk about baseball and baseball statistics quite a bit because I guess Tannen's a massive baseball fan.
And then Ross is like sick
Trivia fucking wizard.
he's sick with the math also.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that guy has always been super, super smart.
Math wizard.
And his decks are always really, really neat.
Well, he made the Phoenix deck.
Yeah, he made the modern.
Took over
is it
modern
Phoenix
for a
deck?
while. Yeah.
That eventually, rolled the format.
Got Faithless Looting banned.
Yeah, good. Yeah, he was Ross Merriam. His one claim to fame, getting Faithless Looting back.
But no, that was a good shout out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, fellas. Well, I guess that's all we got.
Yeah, before we sign off, Cory, where can people find you at?
They can find me at knife_city on Twitter. And I mean, that's basically it for Magic. I used to do a podcast called If Lance Could Kill. And if we were to ever put out another episode, you could find us at If Lance Could Kill with one L because the other L got beat up by a cop. So this isn't like my podcast. So I was like, can I make that bad of a joke? yeah, we're going to do it. Okay.
God, incredible.
Well, you still have the other podcast up and out, so listen to the backlog.
Yeah, we're fucking hilarious, and go listen to some old shit. It's much like this podcast where we just talk about whatever for about 30, 60 minutes, and then we actually get to some magic in the end.
Yeah, that math checks out. That's been our strategy since day one.
I mean,
you guys follow that same exact formula.
Yeah, we're just working off of heavy meta, the formula.
Yeah, they birthed it, and then we took the torch and carried it.
Yeah,
Perfect, you could say.
You could say that. I don't know if people would agree, but you can say it.
I wouldn't say it, but you could. All right, Tyler, where can people find your dumb face at?
That's a really fucking good question. If you want to find me specifically, my dumb face, you can find me at Basic Landbin. And then Matt, how about your dumb stupid?
Where can you find me at?
They can find you at It's Bop. And if you want to find our collected dumb face, you can find that at the Fetch and Shock Twitter at @Fetch_Shock. And if you love this podcast so much that you are so inclined to join our Fetch and Shock Discord, you can find that on our Twitter and in the description of this episode.
What about the post-release, pre-release?
Oh, the post pre-release. Well, if you go over to the Fetch and Shock Discord, you'll be able to join that exact event. Again, it's going to be the week after the normal release, so everybody can have an opportunity to get the packs and jump in and get started. All you need is 6 packs and the ability to connect to Spell Table. So if you're interested in that, jump over there and join the conversation.
You said it was the 10th, 11th, and 12th?
One of
Correct.
those days.
We are going to work on the exact date. We're looking at this point to do the Friday the 10th, just like a normal F&M time.
Gotcha.
So, fellas.
Hey, did you like my power move? Say my stuff.
Oh, was
Power
that what
move.
you're referring to it as a power move?
Power move.
I think your initial power move was just like totally
Taking the game over. Yeah.
stealing the game.
His alter ego is just like a game show host.
Yes.
That's what he fantasizes about at night. He just stands in the mirror, just like in his boxers, just like looking at himself, be like, "And Vanna, what is the next letter?"
That's why I leave my blinds open so I can get.
Oh, that's what it is.
And what's behind door number 2? My
A
dirty
jar of peanut
laundry.
butter for the dogs.
God damn it, that's good. That's good.
Well, on that note, we will see you next week, nerds.
Peace.
Later.